Hey, look, here's what I'm here to discuss. This group is the Encore Society. It's encoresociety.club, right? Okay. Encore Society. It's people over 50 to 60, it doesn't matter. People who are heading towards retirement or thinking about retirement or whatever, in the second stage of their life, it's your Encore. The one big thing, I just had a coaching call with Jonna, who's one of my VIP clients, and I thought this is huge. We had this discussion. One of the biggest things that I'm seeing here on Substack, and I feel like I have to share it to the people who are in my audience, not necessarily everybody else on Substack, but in my audience. Now remember, this is coming from a sales coach. This is a person who teaches sales and high ticket sales. I'm going to tell you to quit worrying about selling so fast. It is more important that you're here on Substack and you start to enjoy the encore of your life. Enjoy the after 50, after 60. Enjoy the fact that you've left the corporate world or whatever business you're in. Enjoy the fact that if you're on Substack or Facebook or X or YouTube or wherever else you're at, I realize everybody wants to shove it down your throat that they want you to sell. You got to do this. This needs to be better that way. You got to choose your niche. You've got to put better headlines up. I get it. I teach all that stuff. I know how to do it. And I had some coaching offered to me about how to improve my Substack. They weren't wrong. It was awesome. It was truly appreciated. But after talking with my client, Jonna, and who's just starting her Substack right now, the big thing I think that my audience, we need to discuss is, yes, you can make money. Yes, I will happily teach you. That's what I focus on. I will teach you how to make money. But you need to relax a little bit. Get all this content out of your head. Don't worry about having a niche. Don't worry about even having an offer. I know the first thing I talk about is having an offer. The big thing I want you to worry about, the big thing I want you to focus on as you're starting, just enjoy posting. Enjoy getting the information out of your head that you want to share. You don't have to have an offer. You do not have to open up a Gumroad store or sell anything. You don't even have to have a paid subscription. Relax. Get this information out of your head. Share it. The more you share, the more everything will form for you. I cannot tell you it has happened dozens and dozens of times with me. I have people to just start to share. Recently, there was a gentleman who's 76 years old, helped out in leadership. And he had his niche pop out of nowhere because he was sharing about generic things almost and talking a little bit about leadership. And these opportunities appeared. And it's happened to me multiple times. The niche, the offer, everything sort of forms, but it's after we share and after we get feedback and after we have some chances to communicate with people. And that's what we're really here for. So the encore part of this video today, I know I talk about offers. I know I talk about copywriting, and I know I talk about how to sell. What I really want you to do, if you're just entering this arena, relax, enjoy yourself, share what you know. Look, and one of the guys who just joined me right now is Mike. And Mike helps you become he's a star. He's called the Star Maker. He's the Star Maker. Get on video, relax. Mike does a great job of interviewing people. So I'm giving you an example. Mike, I don't know if you're above 50, so I'm just sharing this, but a great example is sometimes to get the stuff out of you, I interview my clients and I coach them up and I help them be interviewed to get used to sharing their information on camera and verbally. Mike does the same thing. He does a great job of doing that. In fact, I highly recommend going to, no, Mike, you've got me beat by a couple of years, Mike. So Mike's in my audience. But look, he can help you out. But ultimately it comes down to, we really got to start sharing from our heart, start sharing the information we have. You don't need the offer right away. Yes, I'll teach it. You don't need to be an expert on camera. Mike will teach that for you. You don't need to be an expert author in anything. Just get it out of your system first and put it on to Substack. Substack happens to be for me after being on almost every social media platform. I was just telling my client, Jonna, like I said, I was just coaching her. I was just telling her, I was on another platform for 6 months. I had less subscribers there, and I was actively promoting there than I do here. I got more activity here. And John had brought this point up to me. It's like, it sort of seems like Substack is more like where the adults communicate. And all the other platforms are where the kids are always hyper up and jumping up and down, screaming and trying to sell you something. So that, I mean, her and I both came to that conclusion, and that's why I joined Substack. So like I said, I'm going to keep it short today. It's still over 5 minutes. So short for me is anything under 10. So that's all I really wanted to share is like, look, if you're heading towards the Encore Society and this is something that interests you, just share, write, audio, post, articles, notes. If Substack is confusing you, just start writing notes. There's plenty of information out there. Just start putting your information down. But ultimately, from my heart, I just really want to tell you, just start sharing who you are. Don't worry about niches. Don't worry about offers. Don't worry about selling anything. It'll come as time progresses. It'll come. So relax. Enjoy the encore of your life. Enjoy our more advanced, experienced part of our lives. That's it for now. Thank you all. Mikey, thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you all soon. Blessings.